Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King freaking Kansas, here to bring you another Last of Us Season 2 episode review, in particular, episode number 3. This is the aftermath that occurred in episode number 2, the shocking episode number 2 that we knew. Spoiler, if you haven't seen it, the death of Joel was coming. I just thought personally it will be much later, but no. Second episode in, because there's only 7 episodes, and boom, he's gone. And I'm like, what the hell? You just killed off one of the lead actors in the series. I'm like, how's he going to succeed? How's he going to thrive? Are people going to be jumping ship? Who knows? Was the king going to be one of those people to say, you know what, I don't even feel like watching this no more. Am I going to just disappear like everybody else or whatever might be doing? No. I'm one of those faithful. When I start watching something, I'm going to watch it from beginning to end. Whether it's a good series or not, King will watch it. After I give it the first 2 episode thing and I commit, I'm there to the end. In this case, I did the same thing. I didn't expect it to be as good as last episode. I just expected it to be okay. Overall, thoughts? It was an okay episode, guys. It's pretty much picking up the pieces of Joel getting killed. Everybody's dealing in their own ways. You got Bella Ramsey's character, Ellie, dealing it with hers. She's recovering, I guess, in a hospital for like 3 months. I guess she had a punctured lung or whatever. And she ends up getting, discharged. She meets up with Dina, Isabella Merced's character, and they kind of like converse. And she kind of tells her, listen, I know you've been asking me for like months, like 3 months, I think it's been, who was responsible. But she said she couldn't remember. So she brings a peace offering. She gives her some cookies, and then she spills the beans. She gives them not only who they may be, she gives them where they might be headed to Seattle, and at the same time, all their names from who was responsible. So now, armed with that, she promises she's not going to go on her own. They got to go through a committee. She wants to get a whole bunch of people, Ellie, and hunt them down. But they got to do things properly. She decides, okay, she's not going to blurt out and, whatever. She's going to write some notes down. So they have a town meeting or whatever. They vote. And unfortunately, like I knew it was going to happen, some people were for it, but most of them voted it down. So she does what any badass little person who was out for revenge, who says she's not out for revenge, she gets herself ready. She was going to book it. She has a whole bunch of guns and stuff, but she never thought the whole thing out until Dina shows up there late at night saying, we're going to leave at 3. I know someone who can supply us with the proper stuff so we can be on our way. So that's what they do. They wait till 3 o'clock. And it's the guy who went after him when they were kissing in the thing that said those nasty remarks. He's actually was on their side. And even the town meeting, he stood up and kind of called everybody wusses pretty much, without me getting into more bad language here on the channel. And he's the one who provides them with the horse, a way out and everything. And they're on their way. So they're headed towards Seattle. There's this religious people that we come across, like a cult or something, with a little girl and stuff. With it looked like their mouths were marked with something. I don't know what the hell, because I haven't played the game. You guys know, don't hate the king. And so they're on their way, and for some reason they're scared shitless, pardon my language. And as Ellie and Thing come towards, they notice one body, then 2, and then they notice everybody's dead. So we don't know if it's those zombie new upgraded things that did it, or some other rebel group who's just killing people, which could be military who don't want anything. And as they get close to the city, there's military there. We see them patrols and whatever. They're in the Space Needle or whatever the hell they call it in Seattle. City's covered, all cars are all littered and stuff, and that's kind of like where we left things headed in the city. And we don't know what they're going to bump into. No, there's going to be turmoil. And from what we saw, a little bit of the tease next week, it's going to be good. It's going to pick it up again. There's only 7 episodes, like I said. Episode was okay. I kind of call it a filler episode, if you want to call it a filler episode. It wasn't one of my favorites. It's only been 3 episodes in, so the first 2 were good. This one, I don't know. Considering Joel's not a part of it, great. I know they're going to probably do a whole bunch of flashbacks and stuff, but I don't know. It's not quite the same when you don't have them there in the flesh, right? But I want to see, will Ellie be able to pull the trigger when she actually confronts these people? What she's going to do. She ends up taking Joel's gun with her, so I think he's going to use the gun to kind of kill who's responsible. So it's going to be interesting, the showdown. I'm glad to see where we're going. Not too thrilled overall with this episode, but it was still a good episode. It needed this episode to kind of let everybody catch their breath, and then, to see when the stuff does hit the fan in the next probably several episodes, because things are going to get real nasty from what I feel. Don't know anything about the second game that it's based on. You guys will probably have more details, but don't spoil it for everybody else who hasn't, because I'm going in as a newbie, so that's pretty much it. Going in blind, as they say. So there you go, guys. Quick, simple, sweet. My thoughts on The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3. Hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out our other reviews. There'll be an Andor new review this week of episode, I believe it's 4, 5, and 6. Check out mine and the Admiral's last week. I know it's a little long there. Admiral likes to be thorough. You know, he's, after all, part of the military. He's the Admiral for a reason. And I'm there for a ride. So anyways, tune in for another episode. We'll see if we can trim it down a little bit for you guys. I don't know, maybe it's a little too much. But he loves Star Wars. And you know what? I got the right guy for the job to be a part of the channel. And, of course, to talk about Star Wars. He knows everything. King knows a lot. But Star Wars, the history and lore, not 100%. But at least you guys could see what I have the perspective through his eyes, since he's the big Star Wars guy. So check that out. Check out Suits LA, which should be up. And, of course, a little treat. The King managed to finish the entire Cobra Kai seasons 1 to 6 in 3.5 days. Watched all 65 episodes. And, yeah, you're going to have to tune in sometime this week. I don't know. Admiral wants to join me for that one, too. But it'll be definitely this week. So watch, look for that. I can't wait to discuss it, because the King, his eyes are open. Let's just say that. So until next time, be the hell good. Stay off the King's throne. I'll see you guys where? Right here on YouTube land.